Hello, today we're going to learn a skill of loading a paper onto a Perkins Brailler. You might think, why do I need to learn this skill? Well, this is a very important skill because it is the first step in the skill of learning how to braille. Well, you might say, why do I need to braille? So let's see here. Imagine you have an idea or a story to share. It is not easy to share a story or an idea with a large population if you do not know how to read and write. And Braille does not just help you in communicating with others, it will help you in academics too. In your class, just like your peers, you will be able to read and write. And you will be able to participate in lessons with your friends. Isn't that exciting? And not only in school, even at home, you could braille your labels, have organization skills, you could braille your food items, your clothes, and can make your own choices independently. And braille can also help you, travel independently when you grow up. So isn't that exciting? It'll be a whole new world that will open to you and make you more independent. So I'm really excited to help you in this journey. So let's start by learning how to load the paper onto the Perkins Brailler. Now that we have already reviewed the different parts of the Brailler and reviewed the positions and their functions, we'll jump right away into how to load the paper onto the Perkins Brailler. So our first step is to make sure the keys of the Brailler are facing you. And then we stick our fingers into the carriage lever that is about halfway in the middle and retract it all the way on the far left side of the brailler. Now using both your hands, pull the paper release bars towards you. This will lift the metal roller so that you can insert the paper. Now turn the paper feed knobs on both sides of the brailler away from you until they stop running. It is important that the paper feed knobs are in the position so that the paper does not come out of the front slot as you are rolling it in. Now we pick up the braille paper that is placed on the left side of the brailler. Holding the paper vertically, you can run your fingers along the long ledge facing the brailler. Now if the paper has holes, make sure that they are on the left side. Now with one hand holding onto the paper, feel for the flat shelf at the back of the brailler and a little lip that is on the left with your other hand. Now slide the paper under the embossing head and between the rollers. Slide the paper all the way to the left and make sure it's inserted about ½ inch. Now hold the paper in one hand and with other hand push the paper release lever away from you. Let go of the paper. And the paper should not move if you tug gently on it, and now the paper is clamped onto the brailler. Next, turn one or both feed knobs towards you until you cannot turn them any further. The paper should be rolled in and you can feel the top of the paper with your hand as it goes inside. Keep turning till it turns no more. Now there's something to note here. So it is really important to note one thing, that if the paper knob is not turning towards you, it indicates that the paper was not inserted correctly. So if the paper might get stuck while going in, or the paper knob would just jam and not turn. So during this time, what we do is that we just turn the knob away from us, take the paper all the way out, and we start from the beginning, from step 1. With us, the paper is all the way in, so we'll move to our next step. Now at last, we will put our hand on the line spacing key and press on it once so that the paper is all locked, and we can press it more than once also to position the place we want to start our brailing from. So now we have successfully loaded our paper onto the brailler. So now our paper, by touching our finger, we know our paper is in position. And after pressing the line space key once, we have positioned from where we will start brailing. By following all these steps in the same sequential order, I am positive that in no time you will be able to load your own paper onto the Perkins Brailler. All the best!